There are a bunch of game-changing tools that are completely revolutionizing the way in which we're interacting with technology. Google just launched Bard, Canva just launched Magic Write, and of course there's ChatGPT. Have you heard of ChatGPT? It's a cutting-edge AI language model that was just launched by OpenAI. And I have to tell you, it's truly changing the way in which we get information both easily and very quickly. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying to yourself, Renee, another AI tool? Now, how is this one different? How does this one benefit me? What do I need to know about another AI tool that's on the market? Okay, well, this one is a little bit different. Hear me out here. Yes, it's highly advanced. Yes, it's very intuitive, and it can answer and respond to a range of questions in a very human-like manner. Well, what does that mean? It means that you can use ChatGPT for a range of different reasons for multiple purposes, from answering quick questions like, what's the weather today? To answering more complex questions like, can you help me write a cover letter for a job application? It's all possible. There are 3 massive ways in which ChatGPT can help new and seasoned content creators and business owners to get their content out there, to get their business going, to really help build their brand. So let's take a deep dive into this. Are you ready for this? I'm not sure if I am. To be honest with you, I don't think I am. But let's buckle up and go into the deep end with this, okay? And when we wrap this up, I'll reveal to you a big secret about this video. So stay tuned to the end. Ready, set, let's go.
Hey there, I'm Renee from Raw Branded, and I help aspiring entrepreneurs to identify and package their unique story and genius into an authentic brand and business that attracts their soulmate clients.
Now, I totally get it. I know some of you will be very hesitant to embrace ChatGPT and all the other AI technologies out there, and I completely hear you. I hear you loud and clear. But I tell you, this platform has some potential here to make our jobs as business owners, as content creators, easier. And I think it can do a lot of the heavy lifting to us, especially if you are new. It will help you. Let me break this down for you. The first way in which you can use ChatGPT is for content creation. So when it comes to content creation, you can use ChatGPT to give you some ideas when it comes to creating some of your articles, if you're doing articles, blog posts, videos like this on YouTube, social media posts. Regardless of whatever niche you're in, you can turn to AI, turn to the bots, and ask them some probing questions that typically come up in your field. For instance, when you're doing social media, depending on the question you ask, can generate attention-grabbing, shareable, optimized content that is specific for your niche. I know, it's hard to imagine that, but it can. And it can actually match your brand's messaging and tone. Now, I'm gonna advise you to always sprinkle in your own personality into this because yes, you are human, but if you give it the right prompt, it can match the tone of, let's say, some of your favorite influencers. Like if it's Gary Vee, you want to sound more like, then you can say, give me the answer to XYZ using the tone of Gary Vee. It will generate it in the tone of that person, that influencer. Yes, mind-blowing. Again, this platform can give you ideas for content specific to your niche. And when it comes to the actual topics, you can ask it for any news that's related to your industry, or any tips, or maybe you want to know about anything that's pop cultural references. It can pull that as well. It's combing the internet to gather all this information and then present you with the answer. Now, what does that mean for you? You can then take that content and use it in your email newsletter, turn it into a social media post for a YouTube video. You can repurpose that content in multiple ways. As I always tell you, to recycle your content. But before you can recycle your content, you actually need the content. So this is where you can turn to something like AI, ChatGPT, and it will help to do the heavy lifting for you. And then you can take that information, go on and run with it. So it becomes this song and dance back and forth, you asking it, it will give you answers, so then you can co-create with AI. But then also part of your campaign, like someplace like YouTube where you need to know hashtags and tags, you can ask ChatGPT for some tips on hashtag research, and it'll generate recommended hashtags that you can use and plug into your content. And then of course, that will help you to expand your visibility and expand your reach. The third way in which ChatGPT can help you is in your market research. Always, 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 and I always recommend to my clients, and I say this to you right now, you do need to know what is the lay of the land. You have to do a competitor analysis, right? And to get a better sense of the industry that you're in, before, historically, you can pull from multiple sources, you can Google yourself, you can read books, and that's all excellent, and I advise you to do that legwork yourself. But if you ask AI, you will get the answers quickly, easily, right away. It will comb Google Schmoogle for you and find those answers and then generate a list of answers for you. That saves a lot of time. It can pull information on some of your competitors and their offerings. It can answer questions on what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses. It can give you answers on emerging trends in your industry, so that you stay on the top of all the changes and what's the latest and the greatest. Hold that thought 1 second here. This is Editor Renee here doing a little pulse check, checking in on you because I know this was a lot. Now, I understand if this is all a bit too much for you, but just know that we're gonna unpack this. So grab your favorite drink, some vino, some water with lemon, cup of coffee or tea, grab your favorite drink and grab a notepad, and we're gonna unpack this together. Have no fear, hang tight. There are a couple of things to remember. Because remember, we're working with AI, so it's not like working with a human being. So a couple of things to remember, like being specific and very clear with what you're searching. The clearer you are with your question, the clearer and more accurate the response that you'll get. The second tip you want to do, remember to use proper grammar, correct spelling, use accurate punctuation, and then you'll have a more coherent response. Now, the other thing you want to do is to give it some context and some background. For instance, if you have a question about a historical event, then the more details you can give, like the location, time period, who is involved, the more details that you can add, the more context, then the easier it'll be for ChatGPT to give you a more relevant and accurate answer. So you got to kind of do some of the legwork and feed the machine. The other thing you want to do is to not confuse it. So ask it one question at a time, because if you serve it multiple questions, then it'll throw it off. Try to keep your questions pretty simple and to the point. Be patient, because remember, this is a machine and it constantly learns. You feed the beast, you feed the machine, and it will learn from the questions that you're giving it, and then it'll keep generating answers based on what you present. It'll constantly learn. Spoiler alert, this video was generated courtesy of ChatGPT. Yes, it was completely scripted by AI, and here we are today. Take it in, take it in. Thank you, AI, for scripting this video. Okay, so now that your mind is blown, a couple of things to keep in mind. So while ChatGPT, all these other tools out there can give you suggestions, can give you some facts, right? It can pull some data. It is still up to you as the content creator and the business owner to vet that information, and that it does sound like you, the human, the business owner, the brand. And I know there may be questions about plagiarism. That's where we come up with the product is you. Like the name of my course, which if you want to know more about that, the description is down below. Just keep in mind that you are still the face of your business. You are still your brand. You are still the human behind your business. You can't just rely on AI to just spoon feed and spit out information, because you will sound very programmed. You still have to put that human element, put that human dynamic, that human personality into your work. So keep your brand in hand. So if your mind is blown, but you're still keeping it open and you're thinking, you know what, I am interested in co-creating with AI, but I'm not gonna let AI create for me, but I will tap into technology to help me along. Then, you know what, I invite you to download my checklist. It has all the information that I shared in this video and some bonus tips for you to use. If you want all that information, don't forget that the link is below. So click on the link, you can download the PDF, and then you can start co-creating with AI to help fast track your business, to fast track your brand building. So if you like this video, then like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can keep seeing videos like this one in your feed. Remember, as your brand and business coach, I'm here to help you every step of the way, so don't hesitate to reach out to me. And yes, AI told me to say that. Again, here we are. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.